June 6, 2004, I was performing gate guard. They blew up the gate with a 500-pound car bomb. 50% of my body was burnt third degree. I've never received a Purple Heart. I was injured on a couple of different occasions that actually did damage to my body itself. I'd go back in a heartbeat. Joined the military at 17. It seemed like the thing I needed to do with my life. I call myself selfish because, I was doing it for me. I wanted something that was going to better me. I was stationed in Germany at the time of 9/11. It was very hard to understand something that I'd never seen in my life personally, for an act of terror on my home country. Whenever you have something taken away from you, it makes you step back and think. Did 2 tours in Iraq. The first tour, I actually never got orders for being there. I walked into my first sergeant's office and he goes, "Are you ready to go?" I said, "Go where, First Sergeant?" He goes, "To Iraq." Just got back from there, so might as well not even unpack all the way. But on my second trip from Kuwait to the base, we were stuck. We was basically sidelined for 2 weeks because they were blowing up the bridges at that time for the area we was going through, and we couldn't get through. Slept in our trucks, under them, on them. Okay, well, we're here. We don't know when we're going to get to leave. And, you see a rocket fly over, you're always, your heart's just going and you don't really sleep. We got ambushed one time. So I was getting out of the vehicle, I got shot. It hit my protective vest. It didn't come through and penetrate me. It did, to me, I don't really count these two as really injuries because it really didn't hurt me. Well, your training kicks in. I got to take cover. Well, I turn around to run around the vehicle to take cover. I got shot in the chest. Protective armor saved my life twice. I figured twice in one day. I couldn't have got any luckier at that particular time. June 6, 2004, I was doing gate guard and I was about 30 feet from a vehicle that I'd stopped. I had the Iraqi officer, he had a 9mm pistol. As soon as I said clear, because he had showed me that his weapon was clear, a car bomb explodes about 30 feet away from me. Which actually picks me up, throws me through the air. I landed on my M16, which actually broke it, which it's a very hard weapon to break in the first place. They're very durable. I don't even think tornado is the right term for the type of damage that was just, a split second. That particular incident, I took real minor wounds to the right side of my body. Took some shrapnel wounds. I didn't really actually know I was hurt until a buddy of mine goes, "Hey, you know you're bleeding?" No. Kind of got injured again, and they're like, "Well, until the gate reopens, we need you on the gate still." The bad issue with it is I lost the hearing in my right ear during that explosion. I went back from my leave and regained my unit and got to go back on missions again. September 28, 2004, we did a routine mission into Baghdad. So I sent my soldier up to get a new headlight while I was fueling the vehicle. Well, while I was fueling it, it explodes in my face. Basically, I got thrown again, and I'm like, my first instinct is I'm on fire. And then it's like, I'm on fire on a fuel truck. So you jump down and, they say just stop, drop, and roll instantly. We stop, drop, and roll right by a fuel truck. What's gonna happen? You're gonna get it blowed up again. So I ran around to where I was clear of, that, and I just started rolling. And I remember being carried off by 4 Special Forces guys. Then they put me in a helicopter. And I remember getting put into the helicopter and they gave me a shot. After that shot, I woke up in San Antonio like 3 weeks later. During the time I was out, I was told they took me to Baghdad and they gave me a blood transfusion. Took me to Germany for an emergency surgery, which is a fasciotomy. They basically cut me on the inside and outside of both my legs so that they would be allowed to swell. Well, in my second explosion, I got the hearing back in my ear. That was the positive to being burnt, 50% of my body, 3rd degree. And that's why my daughter calls me Extra Crispy. Yeah, this is my daughter, Lillian Grace Wilson. She's my pride and joy.
Yeah, that's for me, Crispy.
And started using my humor with Extra Crispy. I walked out of the hospital from doing therapy one day. This real old man asked me, "Do you smoke?" And I looked at him and said, "Nope, quit smoking when they put the fire out." I like barbecue, I'm from the Kansas City area. But I won't order burn-ins no more because I tell people I don't feel like sitting on the table. And I use a lot of my humor with my burns, and that's a way I personally deal with the accident, because I've had a little bit of everything happen to me, Went through divorce, Spent a year and a half looking for my daughter throughout that time, and my daughter's my love of my life. I love sports, certain sports and everything else, but I'd give all that stuff away just for my daughter. The PTSD aspect of it is I've been working with a lot more lately, because you don't sleep right. I'd go back in a heartbeat. I never wanted them to retire me in the first place. I wanted to stay in. My career is over, It's heartbreaking. People's grandfathers and stuff that were in World War II and stuff like that won't talk about it. Or Vietnam, that just won't talk about it, That's part of the way they deal with their PTSD. And when I get out and about and meet these guys, I feel good whenever I can help, I've helped a couple people, and some people that were suicidal, I'm 3%. 97% of people that's been through everything I've been through are dead right now. If there was one thing I could say to the American people about the men and women that serve in uniform, that one thing would be shake a veteran's hand. They've done so much for you. Give back a little bit, a simple thank you. I get told thank you all the time and you're a hero. I'm very proud of what I did, but I don't look at myself as a hero. With what I get financially, it pays the bills, and we can do a little something here and there. I cut wood and heat my house with wood, so I cut and split wood, and it's a lot of work. It's an extreme amount of work, and my legs pay their price. And it's like, I'm trying to buy a log splitter right now, and they're like $1,500. I don't get $1,500 extra a month to just go buy a log splitter, so it's something I've been slowly saving on, and you know, when I reach my goal, I'm going to purchase it.
Are you James? Yes, sir. James, it's quite a pleasure to meet you. My name's Kevin O'Brien. I'm with United Rentals, and these are employees with United Rentals. I just can't thank you enough on what you've done for us. United Rentals supports the military, and we have something we'd like to present you. That is a gas-powered log splitter. There you go.
You know what that is? That's what I need.
There you go. Awesome.
I want to thank y'all.
Thank you for your service.
Thank y'all.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Sir.
Thank you. There.
Thank you.
You know, their whole mission is to take care of that person on the left and right. And when you take off that uniform, you kind of get gets a little lonely. What are you going to do? You know, and I know that you're continuing to serve by going out there and helping other wounded warriors. But you know what Richard said was, you know, to the world you might be one person, but to one person you might be the world. And so I want you to know that we really appreciate everything that you've done. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Paul. I appreciate it. I don't even know how to thank y'all enough.
You have
And to do something like this is, they change from friends to family right then with me, because it's just like, if they're going to do what they're doing for me as an individual, there isn't enough thanks.